You have a better voice than all of us, David.
Than all of us?
You have the best voice. Yeah, I think so.
I don't think any of us have good voices, to be honest with you.
I talk to people all the time when I'm on stage. No one listens to me.
That might be for the content reasons.
It's not the voice.
Not the voice.
Dave with the suit, ice in his veins. Josh cracking jokes, never mundane. Omar wild card, twisting your brain. Together they roll, FTS the name. Life's petty props, kick to the curb. Dave got the logic, never disturbed. Josh with the punchline, sharp like a verb. Omar the eccentric, slick like an herb. Friends talking shop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the FTS podcast, Friends Talking Shop. We're ready to bring you episode 105, a podcast that comes to you once in a while to talk about the world's smallest problems, most insignificant problems, big problems to us.
Prepare to be underwhelmed.
Yes. We have done some pre-work, pre-gaming here, and yes, prepare to be underwhelmed in episode 105. But hey, we do have some big news to tell you. We'll get there. But
David is gay.
We've established that that's not true. I actually have grandchildren.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to your response.
I'm your host, Dave. I've got Josh and Omar here with me, and I'll introduce them in a second. But just to check in on what we're doing on today's episode, we're going to check in with each other. Then we have some email or podcast news, and we actually do have podcast news, right?
We do?
Magazine. We haven't mentioned that, right?
Oh yeah, I can't remember if we mentioned
big.
that, but yeah.
I don't think
we did. You're right. I
Since...
think you're right. Oh, that is big news.
So stay tuned for huge. I mean, it's amazing what happened here. I mean, we definitely need to spend some time. In fact, why don't we just do that now? But I'll just also say, just before we jump in, that the main part of the show is that each of us has a topic that we've not discussed yet. We still don't know our topics, and we'll discuss them now and hash them out, figure them out, give each other advice, all that stuff. But let's do that first. Well, Josh, why don't you tell us what happened?
I mean, we've gotten some attention in the press, and it's been very nice. We had a whole article written about us early on. We had another really glowing review, might I say. We've won a couple awards, but these are all industry-related accolades. But until now, a very well-known publication called Forbes magazine mentions Friends Talking Shop in one of their articles. Now, we're not the center of the article's subject.
It's not about us.
It's not about us. But nonetheless, the article was about the mistakes that podcasts make, and it drew us as an example of what to do with regard to use of music in their podcast episodes. So there you go, little tip of the hat.
For those who know, Forbes used to be a relevant publication. This is really long ago. This is back when the Strait of Hormuz was actually gay. That's how long ago it was. Yeah, it was called The Gays of Hormuz.
Yeah, something's going on.
And this is how far back it was.
Someone's projecting.
Yeah, do you have something to tell us?
Yeah. I don't think straights can have sexuality, can they? Maybe bays can. Bays and rivers, but not straights. In fact, straights are all straight. None of them are gay.
It's in the name.
It's in the name. Exactly.
So we were mentioning Forbes, and it wasn't like they listed 100 of them.
No,
I think there might have been mentioned. You know, they talked about some of the large ones like Conan and others, but the independent ones that we would be under, there was like I don't know 7 or 8.
I think that's about it, man. Not even that were mentioned in that article.
And we have no idea how they connected with us either. Which maybe you as a listener might think, well, you know, why wouldn't you get mentioned, or you're just out there? Well, if you sit in our seats, getting mentioned in Forbes magazine, it sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's
wonderful. So, and it came out April 1st, by the way, so everyone thought it was a big April 1st gag, but it is not. It is real. And it might be the jumping of the shark moment for Forbes magazine, but nonetheless, we're in it.
Yeah. So if you want to go online and search for Forbes mistakes podcasts make, and then scroll down into it, we are in there. It is weird that it came out on April 1st. That's strange.
Well, it didn't help our cause, but yes, that is true. And by the way, for those of you who are viewing this episode on YouTube, you'll notice Omar making a lot of strange old man faces, and that's because he just got new bifocals.
Which he then proceeded to explain to us what bifocals were, like we never
heard
them
of them
before.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess that's a known thing.
it
Isn't
kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Franklin.
I have-
especially by older people.
Yes.
I have bifocals as well.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, that was big news. We want to get that out of the way because I just thought that was so
Awesome.
cool. And it's funny that when I tell people who roll their eyes about our podcast in the first place, this news, they want to roll their eyes, but they're really confused by it because they're not sure. Like it's such an unusual, strange thing.
It's weird.
It sort of throws them off
Yeah,
balance.
yeah.
It's like, wait, what? How? So it's been a fun news story for us to share
Next
with our
stop,
friends.
Time Magazine. Man
That's
of the
right.
Year.
That's
There you go.
All right, well, let's jump in the episode. I'm your host, Dave, if I haven't introduced myself yet, but I'm Dave, and let's go around the horn and start with Josh. Josh, how you doing this week?
So I'm good. Just a little something I just wanted to ask because it just hit me. So you guys know we watch a lot of Jeopardy, my wife and I. We're big fans, watch it almost every night. And for those of you who are not watching it, there's a really amazing guy on right now who's won 21 games in a row named Jamie Ding, and he's fantastic.
Jamie Ding.
Jamie Ding. He's a little weird, as I guess most Jeopardy champions are. But anyway, the whole purpose of me bringing that up is because the other day, one of the categories was homophones, right? And for those of you, everyone knows what a homophone is, I would think. But for those of you who don't, it is two words that are spelled differently, mean different things, but sound exactly the same. And I just
There and there. Two and two.
there you go. And I just thought, why did that happen? Why do homophones even exist? Whoever created the language or was creating the language, when they name something, why would they use a word that already sounds exactly like that? Have you ever thought about that? I've never thought about that before until this category came up, and I went, this is a major flaw in the English language. And then are other languages have homophones too? I assume they do. But why would that happen?
Well,
like, for example, I'm going to give you an example. Like night and night, right? You have night like nighttime, N-I-G-H-T, and then you have a night like
Wait, is one of the nights gay?
yes. Yes. And then
It's homo. Right?
homophone. Yeah, it's a homophone. Yeah, that's different than a homophone. Yes. This night is a homophone. Boy, we're going to get a lot of letters. The night, like Knights of the Round Table, K-N-I-G-H-T. So whatever one came first, and I don't know which one came first, night or night. The other one should have been named something different. Let's say nighttime came first, and they went, oh, what do we call these guys with armor and swords and shields? Wouldn't they come up with something different than night? Am I crazy? Or at some point in time, someone had to say that's a night, right? And someone else should have said, no. We already have something for night. That's very confusing. Let's call them a booba or whatever the hell. You just make something up.
Well, who are those people?
That's what I'm wondering. Who are those people?
Wait. Don't get racist here, Dave.
I
Who are
didn't.
those people?
Not those people. I'm talking about small t.
Those
those people.
Those people.
Who created language? Like, yeah.
How did that happen?
Look up.
And we have so many of them.
Wait, but didn't you? I don't understand. Yeah, but the origin story of these words can be. I mean, like night came from like the Gallic times or some shit.
But one of the words came first, like a pair and pair. Pair, P-A-I-R.
But in different parts of the world. Josh, are you familiar with the history of the world and how it got to
I've
where
seen
it is?
that movie by Mel Brooks, and I loved it. But it doesn't cover this homophones. It only covers the Spanish Inquisition. And
You keep on talking about gay nights. I don't know what's
I'm
going
not talking
on
about
right
gay
now.
nights at all. That is clearly on your agenda for some reason. It is the tip of your tongue.
I think what Omar is getting at is that night may have come from two different angles from the language, and that when they landed in the English language, they weren't
Hold
weren't
on.
compared. They were already existing.
I get it, but they didn't exist as night and night because that's English.
Well,
that's English.
Yeah.
Night in any translation to any other language is not night. It's some other word. Like night in French is not night. Night in Latin is not night. I don't know what it is. But what my point is, one of the words had to come first, and it doesn't matter if they
They had
came from two
different
different places.
phonological journeys.
It doesn't matter. eventually,
Do you know what the word phonological means?
Yeah,
but
It's
there
what
is-
I do.
I know what it
There's
means.
there's no judge that like saying like no get that word out of here.
Okay.
It just happens
Right,
naturally,
but if someone's going to say this thing is a knight, that person is a knight. Someone else should have said, "No, we already have that word." And then he said, "Oh, we'll spell it differently then." Then he should have said, "No."
These people don't exist. What are you talking about?
Someone made up that word. There's
Josh,
an origin
Josh,
of that
you
word.
you should launch clearly a PBS special that no one will watch
Yes.
about how these homophobes get together.
I want to know, is this going to be a theme this whole hour? Is this going to be a theme? I want to
No, it can be Chaucer-esque.
I want to know what the hell's how does this maybe I'll have to ask ChatGPT.
That's the thing. I don't think anybody else cares, but you should do it.
I didn't care until I thought about it, and I want to know. There has to be a documentary. Someone's got to make it. How this happened? How does this happen? How did this happen?
But it's in other languages too. There isn't in the Chinese language. There's one word that has like 30 different meanings.
Yeah, there is something like that. That exists in a lot of languages. Yeah, that's true. But it's that's a good point. But that's the same word. It's spelled exactly the same way.
You're right.
Homophones are spelled differently.
No, hold on. Wait, hold on. You say does no mean no?
Yeah, no does not mean no in the conversation we're having.
Oh, sounds like the Trump administration.
Oh,
okay, I got you.
It got into a scary place.
Yeah, anyway, that came from Jeopardy. I don't know. I just thought about it and I went, do you ever think about things like that or no? Do you guys don't think about things like that? That doesn't hit your head and go, that's weird.
I thought about who'd win in a fight between Neo from the Matrix and Homelander. That's what I think about.
That's a good question.
And I put that in the Gemini, and I said, ask the top 10 AI engines if they fought, who'd win.
What do they say?
Actually, I actually have the results. If you're interested, I didn't think you would care.
Well, I kind of care now that you brought it up.
Wait, who's Homelander again?
He's from a show on Amazon Prime called The Boys. He's an evil superhero.
Oh, I just watched the first episode. Yeah, I was like, was that the Homelander you're talking about? He would clearly win.
I think so too.
He's like Superman.
Yeah, he's got superhuman powers. The Matrix guy doesn't. I mean, I haven't seen that in a long time, but I don't think he's got anything close to what Homelander has.
No, it's much closer than that, actually.
Are you going to tell us the results or not? We're waiting forever. Oh, here we go. The face. Everyone on YouTube's got to see this face that Omar is making so he can read his screen.
I hate you.
This will without a doubt be the 105 thumbnail. Is Omar's face?
You are so bad. I hate you.
You don't need to look it up. Homelander would definitely.
wins.
I think it's Homelander or Superman is a better question, or Thor, but not Neo. Neo's a normal person.
Neo, he's not normal, but he's not to that level.
When he's in the Matrix, he's different.
Yeah.
But, are they fighting in the Matrix?
No. Homelander doesn't live in the Matrix.
So he would destroy Neo.
They're fighting in Detroit.
Omar, while you're searching on the internet, can you tell us how you're doing?
I was at a Puerto Rican gala last night.
Okay.
Which was, living here is so fascinating. Yesterday, I went to a longevity clinic. And
what is that?
It's where you go for like Botox and peels, and they have like a hydrothermic chamber.
So these are all things that quote unquote make you live longer, or supposedly make you live longer.
Yeah,
okay.
And they have like all these health pills and these different.
Botox doesn't make you live longer. It just makes you
make you look better. Yeah. I wanted to go in for a review, so I parked in the garage that I always use in this garage. Yeah. Go to the place was magical. Miles loved it. Miles. Oh, Miles is my dog, which was really a good sign. And then I just wanted a Botox consultancy. I wanted to see what it was like and what they would say to me.
And what do they say? Oh, is this stemming? Hold on. Is this stemming from your Grok prompt where you asked Grok where you stood on the beauty scale, and one of the negatives they said was your skin?
It said I could maybe use Botox.
Yeah, so now you're doing that. This got to you. This affected you.
Well, I just wanted to see I was just doing diligence.
No. This affected you. This affected you big time.
I didn't do it. Right? And I was just interested in how
they
do
it. You didn't go through with it.
I went.
Okay.
Correct. But what I did is I went through the experience, like what it would feel like, and talking to a salesperson.
Yeah.
They're evaluating you about what could be better, like pointing out sunspots, creases.
So they're mean girls. You sit down, and a couple mean girls come in and go.
What you want them to be, because everybody
Yeah.
wants to be or want to be
No,
better.
no,
Who the
you're
hell wants
missing
this?
You're going to a Botox salesman, and they
Yeah.
are you surprised that they're telling you
need
need Botox? Like,
Yeah.
what are they going to say? No.
Yeah. You
well,
don't need anything. Get out of our store. Get out.
I mean,
Don't
not
waste your
that-
money here.
I was
Get out of
curious-
here.
Well, it's just curious to
Yeah.
be spoken to in that manner, right? And then what appeal would be like, what that means. If you do appeal, by the way, it's a 3-month process. You can't be in the sun.
Oh God, this is ridiculous.
What?
This is nonsense.
Yeah. No, you don't understand, Josh. Women do this.
I know
Okay.
people do it. That's why it exists, but it's still
People.
nonsense.
3 months out of the sun.
It's crazy.
I don't buy that.
I bet you that each of you, like for your know at least like 5 women in your lives who do
I
peels
don't
on
know
a
anyone
regular
who does
basis.
peels.
But
Yeah.
you're a dude.
Yeah.
You talk about like, beer and like the and like, this and the
And
Sixers.
homophones.
You don't understand, and homophobes. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but again, I was just curious about it. So then I'm walking out. It takes me half an hour to find my car. I can't find
Why?
it. It's one of those vertical garages. I had the alarm thing on. Couldn't find it.
Did you not even know what a floor you were on?
I knew I was high, but
You don't write
I
that
lost
down.
track
You don't
of it.
write that down.
I went into a different elevator and like I got discombobulated.
Oh boy.
But then I finally found my
Yeah.
car.
How long it take?
Half an
How
hour.
long?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
And then-
oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, and then ready? I'm driving around the garage I'm going down, and I keep on going down. I'm like, why am I not going? Where's the exit? I'll get driving for like 20 minutes, and then I realized I was on the first level the entire time, just going in circles.
Get the hell out of here.
This is my life in Puerto Rico.
That's
At the gala last night, the language barrier is it's a thing. I'm just, it's a real thing. I had to move somewhere where people speak my language.
You didn't know you were on the first floor?
For like, I was driving around for at least 10 minutes.
Oh my God. That has nothing to do with the language barrier.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
you're on to something
Yeah, I
with
don't
that.
think so. I think that's
I mean, I was on the phone, so I was a little bit like, distracted.
you were on the homophone.
You need Botox for your mind.
Yeah, I think it
is
goes.
what you
It's
need,
going to go
yeah.
deeper than that needle.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing Botox, and
Good
I'm not
for
doing
you.
any of that nonsense.
Good for you. All right.
But I wanted but I'm gonna go have I'm gonna do the fat check machine. They check your BMI.
Oh, come on, dude. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and they have a machine that you sit in, and it forces oxygen into your body at a higher compressed
And
rate.
then what does it tell? What does it tell you?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try it.
How much is that?
It's
a grand?
I don't know. No, it's not that crazy. But I'm gonna try it because I'll talk to you guys about it. If it's any, haven't
right,
you guys
okay,
any done?
all right.
Wait, have you guys ever done like injections or
No,
anything like
No.
You never done anything?
No. No.
Well,
Really?
I haven't. Well, the GLP-1.
yeah,
that's
you've
an
done
injection.
that. Yeah, Ozempic. Dave was.
Does that count?
Dave was-
Or you're talking about something vain?
No, you're talking about something vain. Well, that's okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that could go in that category.
No, it does. It does all kinds of other health benefits.
Sure.
Like
Heart health, mind health. It's all good.
It's all good.
They keep
It's
finding
a miracle.
things
It's a miracle.
it's a miracle
It's a
drug.
miracle
It is.
It is. Yeah.
It is.
yeah, like there's like PRP, which is what that
No,
is, right?
uh-uh.
Like protein rich platelets.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So where they'll basically like they'll take it out of platelet rich plasma, and what they do is they take it out of your spinal cord, right?
Oh.
And then they basically put it into one of those spinners,
Yeah.
right? And then what they eventually they take the bottom of it and they inject it like into your knees or to whatever. It helps to grow cartilage. It's one of those things that's
Does
not
it work?
quote unquote approved by like the FDA. But like Kobe Bryant did that shit. Luka Doncic is doing that shit right
Where's
now.
Kobe Bryant now, my friend?
That's nothing to do with his
Yeah,
knees.
didn't help.
I've done it with mine. That shit works.
All right.
I don't think it would hurt.
That sounds.
What?
I don't want a needle on my spine.
Getting something out of my spine.
No, thank
forget
you.
it.
No, it doesn't. It's not that bad. Josh, I mean, how is your body was falling apart recently? Are you still walking? What's
My
your deal?
body's always falling apart. I played hockey the other night. I pulled my right glute. I mean, it doesn't matter how much I stretch or
Oh.
whatever. It just something happens. Something always happens.
Hmm.
I took a shot into my calf, right? A slap shot. This was a week and a half ago. It looks worse
Uh-huh.
today. Today, my wife says, "Look at your calf." I said, "Yeah, this is from a week and a half ago."
Is it swollen?
It's not swollen, but it's like all colors of the rainbow now. It's like a giant big circle. Like it's got yellow and blue and red.
You know what? Maybe.
Yeah.
Listen, maybe it's an homage to Jesse Jackson.
The Rainbow Coalition on my calf.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Yes, maybe Jesse Jackson has taken over your calf.
Yeah, that from the dead. That might be it. I think it's a bad target because it's winter, or it's not winter, but it's covered. But yes, it's a bad target. Anyway, all right, Dave, how are you doing?
Well, you're got on this health thing, which was going to be my how am I doing, because I don't know if I'm speaking of GLP-1, but I don't know if I'm doing great. I have this like pain underneath my right rib cage.
You had that. I don't know if you remember. There was an episode where we did, and in the middle of the episode, you had that exact pain happen to you, and
That's so strange.
Went off
That's
camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, but it was like cramp. It was like a Charlie horse, but it was on the muscle underneath my. So I've never worried about that because I felt like that's like it's the same thing as a Charlie horse you get in your calf, like in the middle of the night, or in your I'll get in my feet.
I get foot cramps. Ask my wife. It's and they come out of nowhere and it's nonstop and it hurts so much.
So I felt sort of that it's not a pain. I don't know how to describe it, which has been really hard to me with my doctor. But I've gone in and said, look, there's something going on there, and I can't quite figure it out. And so he asked me all these questions. And the hard part is there is no great way to describe it. If he asked, like, how do you rate your pain? It's like, I don't know, it's like a 2 or 3. So
okay, so it's not even like that big a deal.
So,
right.
But it's consistent, and it's not going away, and there's something definitely going on there.
Yeah.
And it bothers me.
And your doctor,
your
doctor has no clue what it is.
No, he took blood. He's like, let's check it. So all my blood came back. The white blood cell is fine. Yeah. My liver and like all that stuff's fine. So all the stuff that like could be really
MRI.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet. But I'm kind of like looking like I kind of want you to scan in there because I don't know what's going on there, but I want you to see it. But so 2 things I want you guys know about.
Yeah.
One is
for our listeners who aren't seeing the video, David right now is taking his shirt off. David, continue.
Stop.
David, hold on. David, can you do more? David, wait, more slowly, please. and look at the camera right here.
This is Omar's coming out episode. I think at the end, I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. Which is, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
So anyway, well, the first thing I'm doing is I'm getting the gallery test. Have we talked about this gallery test?
No, what is that?
Gallery
strip mall.
Is that where they take you to a strip mall?
Yeah.
And they put you in different kiosks to see if you have the pain? I bet you piercing pagoda is your problem. No. Piercing pagoda is your problem.
So gallery, it's GALLERI, and I actually got this advice off of the scanning work that you had done and one of our friends had done because I checked. I might want to scan.
Yeah.
Pernuvo. But I was a little nervous that scans sometimes could be a lot of false positives. But my doctor said, well, there's a blood test that's not super cheap, but it's easy to do. You send blood in.
Okay.
And it'll basically find markers for all kinds of cancers, except for skin cancer, colon cancer. But
that's scary. Well, colon cancer, you can just get that box shit in it and send it.
Yeah, I think it's stuff where you have to, actually, scope in or something.
Yeah.
But gallbladder, liver, all the other cancers can
that's
show
scary.
Up in this test.
Yep.
So I'm sitting here today between getting the blood drawn to getting the results. So I'm sitting in that nervousness.
Oh my God! How long does it take when we find out?
4 weeks.
4 weeks? That's a long time.
I know. It's terrible, right? I don't know why I did this.
Unbelievable.
But as soon as I get that all clear, I'll be feeling great. But
let's hope it's an all clear.
So I'm having that happen. But the other thing I was asking my doctor, I said, hey, do you think, what would scanning do to look in there? And this is what he said to me. He said, I'm not saying this is what it is, but if it was in your head, it wouldn't show anything. And then he went on to say other things. I thought, wait a minute, why did he start
with the head
by saying if this is? So I'm like, I'm sitting there and
does he mean physically in your head or like a psychological?
No, like a psychological in my head.
Yes.
It's the first thing he said because I'd been in his office twice.
Yes.
He's asked me questions about it, and everything's a no and no because I can't really describe it. And I realized I think he thinks it's nothing, like it's in my head. I think he thinks I'm
because you're describing it as a 2. You can't really you're not giving him any type of definitive information about your pain.
I don't know how to. I'm telling him the truth, like, but if it's in my head, it's amazing because it's like there's something definitely going on there. And you saw the Charlie horse I had there. So
Let me ask you this: do you almost want it to be something to come back to him and go, "See, told you, it's not in my head."
no. Well, I would not like the fact that I'm somehow manifesting something.
No, that's no good either. That's no good either.
I don't know what that would mean.
No,
but
all this means. Does your doctor know about your fear of flying?
he does.
You think this is
yeah.
you think this corresponds?
I think he discounts David's emotions and feelings because of that. He thinks David's an idiot.
Well, he may very well. Like
There was a nicer way to say it. You could have said he thinks he's psychosomatic.
Well, that's what
An idiot
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
Because the first thing he said was like, well, if it's in your head, I'm not saying it is, but then why'd you bring it up? Like, of course a scan's not going to show up
obviously
anything if it's in my
yeah,
head.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what do you think I am? So he must think I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
So
he does. If you're playing make-believe, a scan is not going to work for you.
That's like saying, if we scan your stomach and it's in your toes, it's not going to show anything. Oh, is that how it
there
works?
you go.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm sitting here right now. Definitely something's going on in there, and I've tried to look up, and AI doesn't help necessarily.
No.
Isn't it muscle related? It's can't be anything muscle related.
Did you pull a muscle or something like that, or a strain? Because that could be it too.
But for weeks and weeks, like this has been going on for a long
soft
time.
tissue injuries take a long time sometimes to heal, especially in our advanced age.
Yeah.
You get a soft tissue injury, it takes a long time sometimes.
Well, that would be lovely if it's a soft
Right.
tissue, and I'm hoping this Gallery test comes back negative. And I am going to see a specialist now.
Okay, good.
I'm going to say, and the first thing they said that you want to do is an endoscopy. I'm like, well, let's slow down the endoscopy.
I've had 2 of those.
Like, can you just do an ultrasound? I really, something that's not too invasive. Just look in there for a second.
Yeah.
Tell me
What if
there's,
they find twins?
I would be amazing. I'm ready to have more kids in this family. Right? My grandkids are so awesome.
You know how much money you would make just from the publicity of being the first man impregnated?
That would
be pretty awesome.
I'd be very confused, but yeah, it would be.
It would help our ratings
amazing.
Dramatically.
Oh man. So I hope it's kids for all kinds of reasons. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, you ready to kick off the episode?
Let's do it.
All right, so I explained how this is going to work here, but before we jump in, we'd love to hear from you, our fans, especially congratulating us on our Forbes magazine mention.
Nice.
You can go ahead and check that out.
Yeah.
I'm sure Josh will put that on the website if you want to look
Absolutely.
at it.
It's already there.
Our email address, did you put it on Instagram too?
Yeah, it's everywhere. I put it everywhere. I plastered it everywhere.
All right. Yeah, I should look
Yeah.
at it. Our email address is friends@fts.media. We have website is Friends Talking Shop, all one word, .weebly, WEEBLY.com.
You'll see it right here.
You know, as we get,
I put it down.
Omar is ready to back this thing all the way to the bank.
Is
so.
he?
I am.
Yeah.
Really? Have you bought your FTS gear yet, Omar? No, you haven't. You haven't placed an order.
Yeah, but people show their support, Josh, in different ways.
And you show it how?
On this podcast.
Okay.
Verbally.
By showing up.
Verbally.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we do have lots of swag on the website, so we would love for you to buy stuff and market our podcast.
That's right.
Someone from Forbes, you may meet people that way. Like I saw that in Forbes.
Yeah.
We have a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok sites. All just look up Friends Talking Shop, all one word. We're all out there. Let's start this episode 105. Let's go the usual rotation. Let's start with you, Josh.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little tale first, and then that'll lead into some questions about particular habits regarding this topic, and you'll see in a second that I'd love to get your feedback on to see if I'm in the right or if I'm not in the right. But first, what I'll say is my daughter, who I love dearly, who's now adulting. She's out of school, adulting, full-time job, doing it all herself, and she moved to Minneapolis. And She is found a roommate that she also went to school with. So they both smart girls, graduated from Vanderbilt. But for some reason, they didn't learn this in their curriculum. My daughter's telling me that her and her roommate were having just a little disagreement. And the disagreement was about the temperature of their apartment. And her roommate was saying, it is so hot in my room at night. I can't take it. And my daughter would say, no, it's really cold in my room. And she's telling me this. And I'm like, okay, so what's happening exactly? Well, my daughter likes to turn the temperature. And by the way, this is Minneapolis in the winter. So just for context, she'd like to turn the temperature up to 72, the heat. And it gets so hot in her roommate's room that her roommate comes out and turns the temperature to 67, air conditioning. And I said, there's your problem right there. And I tried to explain it to her, and she wasn't getting it. And I don't know how these girls who are so smart weren't understanding. I said,
Wait.
when you turn, okay, here, ready? This is, I'm going to boil this down.
Omar, do you understand that?
Do you understand what
he just meant?
You understand what I'm saying, right? You understand the flaw already, right?
Well, you're talking about there's heat off and cool.
Correct.
Right? That's,
very good.
You're saying
heat
there's something going on
cool.
with that, but
that's right. There's heat, and there's air conditioning, and then you can turn it off, right? It's a basic thermostat. At night, they put it at 72, or she put it at 72 heat, and her roommate got so hot that she went and turned the temperature to 67, and then flipped it to air conditioning.
Thinking she wants to cool it down.
Right. And what I was trying to explain to them was, when you put it on air conditioning in the wintertime, it's like turning the whole thing off. It doesn't do anything at all.
Right.
And they couldn't grasp it. And I said, it's 0 degrees outside, right? When you put it to 67 air, the temperature in your apartment goes well below 67. Well below. And they weren't getting it. So I'm like, okay. And they kept arguing night after night. And I said, okay, I told my daughter, enough of this shit. This is ridiculous. I'm going to tell you what to do, and just do it. Just do it. Put the temperature at 68, heat, 68. And she called me the next day and she goes, we both loved it. It was perfect. And I went,
that's good.
There you go. So here's what the reason I tell you that story is, because last month, and this is April. Last month was March, obviously.
Well, can I time out though for a second?
Please.
Because I just, at the risk of sounding dumb myself here, which is, if you set it at 67 cool, the air conditioning will kick on until it gets as cold as 67.
Only if the temperature in your apartment is above 67.
But it is, because she had it at 72.
No.
So wouldn't that also do the same thing?
No, the problem is it doesn't stop at 67.
Well, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Why would it go colder?
This is the same argument I had with my daughter and her roommate. When you put it to cool, think about this for a second. When you have temperature outside at 0, right? And, okay, and you put it on 67 heat in your apartment.
Yeah.
When the temperature drops below 67, the heat kicks on and brings it back up to 67.
If it's cool, it'll keep getting colder.
Yes.
I get that. I get that. So you're saying
it's not going to floor it. It's going to keep, the temperature will keep diving below 67. The whole purpose of 67 air is if the temperature gets above 67.
No, I get
the air
that.
Brings it down. But when you're in the winter time, you need the heat on. Just put the heat lower. But it took them weeks to finally get this through their heads. Two really smart girls.
I think
and Dave, two smart girls, and Dave couldn't quite grasp what I was trying to convey to them.
I guess I wasn't thinking in the winter time that the natural temperature would be 55 and it would drop to 55.
Correct. And that's why it was freezing cold in my daughter's room. Anyway, but I say
take that part out. By the way.
Here's the context by which. Now here's the quiz. Here's the quiz. Right. So you got that. Right. Last month we had a day in March here in Philadelphia where it reached like 78 degrees. Okay. And at night, my wife and I are up in bed and I'm going, it's so hot. It's so hot. I said, I got to put the air on. And because we had the windows open. My wife says, it's March. And I went, who gives a shit what month it is? If you're hot, you're hot. And this is what I want to ask you guys. Should it matter what time of year it is? What if it's 95 degrees in January? Should I just open the windows and call it a day? I don't care what the calendar says. If I'm hot, I'm putting the air on. If I'm cold, I'm putting the heat on. End of story. Am I wrong here? My wife refused to put the air conditioning on because it was only March. And that made no sense to me.
Yeah,
Gentlemen?
I understand the sentiment. Like, it seems silly to turn on the air in March.
It just seems like, why am I turning air conditioning on so early in the season? But it doesn't matter. Go ahead, Omar.
Yeah. At some point, at one point, would she say, I don't care if it's March, we have to turn it on?
Yes, that's my point. And eventually, when I didn't turn it on that night and I woke up in a pool of my own sweat, I'm like, I'm not sleeping like that again. I can't do it. And I don't care that it's March. I could give two shits what the calendar says. I'm putting the air on if it's 90 degrees. Or if I'm sitting there with both my legs out of the comforter because I can't go under the comforter because it's so hot. It's so uncomfortable. Sleeping when it's hot is the worst.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's the worst. It's the worst.
Do you guys Josh, you mentioned bed sweats.
Yes.
There. Did you have chili before dinner? Before you went to sleep?
I see what you're going with there. And no, there was no Dutch oven, if that's what you're implying.
No.
Yeah.
How offensive.
What does the chili have anything to do with it?
You don't know where I'm going.
You were going Dutch oven. You were going Dutch oven.
No, I was not. I was not.
All right.
I know, David and I both know from having the misfortune of knowing you
yes.
that if you eat very spicy foods,
what happens?
Right, you have a lot of issues.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
You just yelled at me for saying that you were implying that I created a Dutch oven in my bed sheets.
Dutch oven is different.
No, it's not.
Than having bed sweats.
No. I see what you're saying. You're right. It is slightly different. You're right. It is.
Yes. Dutch oven, you have some control over.
Well, not really, but yes, you're right. Yes.
Well, yes.
I mean, if you're brewing down there and the sheets are up, I mean, it's happening whether you like it or not. By the way, do you know there's an actual kitchen, a pot that's called a Dutch oven?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. My sister-in-law, this is hilarious. My wife's sister, I can't remember when it was, one holiday season, asked for a Dutch oven, and we're like, or got a Dutch oven, or she said like her husband bought her a Dutch oven. It was some vernacular like that where I'm just laughing.
Like
my wife and I are looking at each other, just laughing hysterically. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think she understands what she's saying.
I think you can. There's not actually a Dutch oven. What is it? That clay oven?
No. It's a Dutch oven. I call it a Dutch. It's like a pot, a special pot, and they call it a Dutch oven. It's hilarious. But anyway, so all right.
Yeah.
So you're with me on this, right? You're with me on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing
Yep.
I want to see. Last thing I want to see if you're with me, because this is a constant fight between my wife and I. Okay. And I noticed that my sister and her husband have the same exact argument, but with the exact opposite sides. My sister's on my side. My brother-in-law is on my wife's side. When you're in your car and you have climate control, all right, do you just put it to auto and put it to a temperature and leave it? Or do you do what my wife does, and if it's cold outside, freezing, she'll put it all the way up to 85 and then wait for it to get real hot, then keep bringing it down and down and down and keep adjusting it. I'm like, why are you doing that? Just put it on the temperature that is comfortable for you, that you like, and it will get there by itself. And by the way, it'll then keep it there. You don't have to keep adjusting it anymore.
I'm with her.
Really?
She wants it to be hotter. You get to be
Me too.
hotter
Okay.
until you get
This
your
is what my
body temperature.
brother-in-law said too. He goes, but it will get hotter quicker. And my argument is, no, it will not. It will not. It seems like it is, but it won't, because it builds all the way up to that temperature in the same speed, and then either keeps it there, or if you don't have it on auto, it goes awry. And that's my problem. I don't want to put it on 85 and then feel, okay, it's getting warmer. And then all of a sudden you're sweating like, oh, it's too hot. Just put it on a temperature. My car is on one temperature all the time, and it's perfect. I don't have to futz with it at all. But my wife, 85 and down to 60 in the summer. And my brother-in-law does the same thing. But you guys sound like you're
I don't trust
you
it.
guys sound like you're on their side. Really?
Jack it all the way up. Oh yeah.
Why do you do
Jack
that?
it all the way up to high. It comes out hotter, faster.
Do you ever use the auto? Do you ever use the climate control?
I don't trust it.
Omar,
I don't
how
trust
about
it.
you? Do you ever use the climate control?
After it gets really hot.
What's the point of that? So, all right. So you're at least initial boost, and then I'll smack it on a temperature.
Yeah, that's what cars have I mean, I don't know what kind of cars
they're thermostats, just like your house. Same thing.
Well, again, I don't want this to become a classist conversation.
It's not classist. We're talking about climate control.
Well, if I may, my seats have thermostat control. They can get warm themselves.
Yes, I have that as well.
Mine
Seat warmers. Yes.
They also have built-in air conditioners.
Yes. Seat
Mine does
ventilators.
too.
Right.
Yes.
And they also have a massage
Okay. I
part
don't have
of it
that.
as well.
I don't have that.
I have that too.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it actually vibrates.
Okay. All right.
So there's a lot of options to it. But
I don't know about the vibrating part. I think
That seems
that's a
dangerous.
lot.
That seems very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also on the thermostat there is AC button and then there's max.
Yeah, and max AC.
button.
I know that's a great point. Who uses
So
AC?
why would that exist?
I
Yes.
always use max AC. Why would anyone just use AC?
Yeah. What is the difference? That's a great question. I don't understand.
It's like
that
Tylenol and Tylenol extra strength. I'm not getting Tylenol. Who the hell's doing the baby Tylenol? You get the extra strength. Because I kind of want to get
That's
the
true.
headache away, maybe a little bit. No, you want to knock it out.
Yeah.
I would like to see the sales of Tylenol extra strength versus Tylenol. I bet you it's 10 to 1.
Yeah.
You think so?
I need more time to give an
Really?
answer to that.
You
but I
can't
wanna
think-
come back.
All right. Think of your medicine cabinet. Any of your things not extra strength or maximum strength?
Well, for the pain I have, that's like a 2 or 3. I just get the regular,
Oh,
regular
God.
Tylenol. I don't need extra strength. It's not an 8.
No,
It's a
I have
2.
regular strength too.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
That's weird to me.
Well, Tylenol is killing you anyway, isn't it? Isn't that
It's
the
just giving you
latest,
autism. It's giving you autism.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You're perfectly
You're fine. You're fine
Um,
otherwise.
So I'm with your wife on this one.
Sure.
on the
Okay,
last
so
one.
let me just summarize, if I may. You're both with me on, doesn't matter what the calendar says, right? It's about comfort. Are you both
Yeah,
with me on that?
right.
Okay.
All
But
right.
you're against
first.
me on the climate control in your car. You do not set it to a temperature and leave it no matter what temperature it is when you get into the car. In other words, if it's freezing outside,
Yeah.
you don't just go 70, call it a day.
I'm saying that your wife's methodology makes sense to me.
Yeah, it does not
So
to me.
If
It
you're,
doesn't to me.
it should get you to the same place.
No, it
does
gets you
feel like
hotter.
It goes
It
faster.
gets you beyond where you want to go. That's the problem.
Yeah, it feels like
That's
the
the problem.
line to heat is faster than the climate control, which is a more
I disagree.
gradual.
Do you know what it is? Here's what it is. It's like imagine a street and there's 2 traffic lights.
Okay.
Your traffic light turns green. Now, you can either floor it and get right to the next light, which is red, or you can just go a normal speed and get to the light that's red. See what I'm saying? There's no reason to floor it to another red light.
No,
I don't-
It's not.
It's
Is that a bad
I
analogy?
think
I
that's
think, as I'm thinking about it, that's a pretty shitty analogy.
flawed. I know what you're trying to
Yes,
say.
you know what I'm trying to say.
I think I can get to heat
Okay, hold on a
faster.
second, Josh. Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
that's a bad analogy.
If you're cold,
Yes.
okay. And listen, let's be clear. If we're in the middle of the woods, Josh, at most you last maybe 30 minutes.
Listen,
You would die very
you'll hear
quickly.
no argument from me. I do not want to be in the middle woods for any reason whatsoever.
So if Dave and I create a fire, which I think we could probably both do on our own,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
When you eventually show
Yeah.
up, right? And of course you won't even say thank you, but you'll go immediately really close to the fire to warm yourself
Yeah,
up because you're freezing.
That's right.
Right. Eventually, as you're settled in, you will sit further
Okay,
away.
that's a horrible
from the
example.
fire.
No, I actually think that's right.
That is a
I
There
think
you
that's
go.
exactly-
There you
It's a
go.
horrible
Checkmate.
analogy.
Thank
It's
you.
a horrible
you.
analogy. It's not a good.
I'm
analogy.
here every Sunday.
And by the way, I think
He nailed it.
I think I am more prone or more skilled to start a fire in the woods than you two are. For the
The only fire you can start is the Billy Joel song. That's it.
listen, we didn't start that fire. From my, I've logged hours and hours and hours of Naked and Afraid, and you guys have what experience surviving in the wilderness?
Watching on TV is not the same as doing. I grew up in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You can't.
All right.
Fire making is I win.
David literally only had a roof over his house like 6 years ago. Before that, he lived in trees
Yeah,
and
that I understand. Midwest.
old farmhouses.
Yes.
It's true. My dad grew up in a house that had no that they burned wood for heat. That was his.
Oh man, I see
original
those
house.
sometimes on those HGTV shows, and I'm like, it seems like quaint and like really cool, and that would be a colossal pain in the ass. You had to keep feeding wood in that thing just to keep your place warm.
Yeah,
That looks like a nightmare to me. A nightmare.
I love my grandpa would had firecrackers, and he would throw firecrackers into the wood burning stove and wouldn't tell anybody, and all would just go crazy.
Oh my god! Yeah,
it was awesome.
that's old
right,
one-eyed grandpa.
Yeah.
That is great. Old man Erickson. Like,
Yeah.
All right, that was my topic. That was my topic.
He's a character. All right, Omar, what's your topic this week?
I went to Comic-Con.
You know what? It's so funny you bring that up. I saw your post and I'm like, is he at Comic-Con? This is like, it looks so, it was crazy. I'm like, no, Omar wouldn't.
Where is this? In San Diego?
So
Yeah, San Diego, right?
The big one, there are 90 of them. The biggest one is in San Diego.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Did
right.
you go to that one?
And no, there's one in there, but there's like 90 globally, including Puerto Rico.
Oh, so you
Oh,
went to the
okay.
Puerto Rican Comic-Con.
I went to a Comic-Con and I went to the Puerto Rican Comic-Con.
Okay.
And so
I'm trying to think of a joke.
But-
Nothing's coming to my head. Though.
You know, there's something there.
So-
There's something there. There's definitely something there. And I can't come up with it. I can't come up with it. So,
I meet this girl.
this is at Comic-Con or
Um,
before Comic-Con?
No, this is before.
Okay.
On like one of the dating
Okay.
apps. And messaging for and we met and then we messaged for a while, for weeks.
Okay.
But I didn't really steer. And when I met her, there was like warmth, but nothing beyond
Oh,
that.
so you did meet her. You
And then
eventually met her.
texting- Correct. And then texting and phone calls and like sporadically because I travel, whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, we connect 2 weeks ago and we're talking and she's really into anime, which
Which
I love anime.
which you're very much into
Mhm.
anime.
Mhm.
Yep.
And so she goes, we're on the phone, and she goes, "Are you open-minded?"
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, I mean, I don't know how to respond to that. What I said is, yeah, I think so. I'm open-minded.
Okay.
And then she goes, "Don't worry, I don't have a male genitalia."
Okay.
Well, yeah, you've run
Right.
into that before.
Yeah,
It's not your first rodeo.
thankfully not literally.
Yes. Yes.
Thankfully
I
not
wish I had
literally.
the episode on hand to tell everybody where to find that one.
Yeah.
That story. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. So she's like, "But I do have a girlfriend."
Oh, you
And
run into that before.
well, that was different,
Yeah,
right? That was where I met two, and we were trying to put them together.
Yes.
kind
Right.
of thing.
Right. Right.
Or they were whatever,
Right.
like
Yeah.
the Lego
Very
set,
different.
right?
Very different. Yes.
Yeah. This is an existing couple that's like, and they're together, and they're like, we were whatever when we first meet, and like you're so nice.
So they're
and
serious.
blah, 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 blah.
They're a serious couple. They've been together for a while.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, for like 9 months to a year.
Okay.
And they live together.
Okay. Oh, they live together too. Okay.
Live together. And then they're like, her name is so and so, and she's like, great and beautiful and blah 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 blah. Like I'm more of the, like she's much more beautiful than me. She's more girly than me.
Is she telling you
You
this on the phone or when you're?
Yes, while her girlfriend's with her, she can hear the whole
Oh,
thing.
so her girlfriend was aware that she was on
Is
these
there.
dating apps.
Yeah, she's on speaker. She's like saying hi.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then they're like, I'm like, well, I get in whatever from New York. They pick me up at the airport,
Uh-huh. What? They
right?
picked you up at the airport?
Yeah. And then we and they bring me home, and like we just hung out, like nothing crazy happened at all. And like there's certain rules of engagement which I can bore you with another time. But the second date was Comic-Con, and so I went with them. So they both got dressed up. We all got.
So it was
dressed
their
up.
idea to go to Comic-Con
Correct. So one is dressed up as Gwen Stacy,
from
which
Spider-Man?
is the Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the other one was dressed up as Catwoman,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I am
You are. He took his glasses
wearing.
off. Batman. You have
Ah,
the
there
Batman
you go.
mask.
I'm Batman.
Did you have the did you
But this-
did you have the rest of the costume or you're just wearing that?
I did.
Oh, you wore the whole
Oh, you
thing.
wore the whole-
I wore the whole thing, and this thing gets really. Our listeners can't see.
Where did you
this.
get this? Online? On Amazon?
I went to a costume place in our listeners. I'm wearing the
He's
Batman
wearing the
mask. My
full
cheekbones
Batman
look
mask.
amazing.
Yeah, you look good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because it covers my face. That's why it looks so good.
It's a huge improvement.
It's a huge,
It's like
a
I've
huge
had both-
improvement. Yeah.
This is me with Botox.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So, but this is very hot to wear.
Yes,
this.
it seems very
But I
hot.
had the jacket on and the cape but there was other more effectively dressed Batman than me
Yeah.
at it. But I'm walking around with these two wonderful.
Did you have a cape?
girls.
You had a cape on.
I had a cape.
The whole
I
nine.
had a tool belt.
Yeah.
I had the muscles. I had the whole thing.
Jeez.
There's a Abracadabra, which is a costume store in New York City.
Hmm.
It's one that SNL uses, right, for some of their stuff. They have everything.
Can I ask this?
Right.
Were you nervous about dressing that way and thinking that they're going to show up and they're not going to be dressed at all, or you thought no, this is not this they'll be dressed up too, right? You didn't. It wasn't one of those scary feelings where like if
No.
I dress like this, I'm going to look like an ass because no one else is.
No.
Okay.
I was a little. It was look when you're going anywhere with two women, who are
Dressed up.
your vibe with,
Yeah.
you're okay doing anything.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I had a force field around
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Like they were each of them were like holding my hands.
Oh my god.
I was holding hands with both of them at the same time. It was
You
crazy.
can stop messing around with the Batman mask there.
But anyway, point is that it was super so that whole thing process happened.
Did you
I
like
went there
Comic-Con?
and
Was it interesting?
I loved it.
Oh.
I loved it. And when I dress up next year again, it'll be much
you're
more
going
practical.
Again. You're going again.
Oh yeah. I would go to Comic-Con anywhere.
Let me ask you this.
I think it's but you got to go in costume.
I was about to ask you that.
You got
what percentage of
Yeah.
people are in costume that are at Comic-Con?
50%.
Wow, that's a big percentage.
Yeah. Some people are really, really, really dressed
Oh
up.
yeah.
I'll bet, yeah.
Yeah, and then but the other thing is they have all these like little like kiosks. People are selling their different
Yeah.
things for different like shows.
Right.
And like it like triggers your like they didn't have anything Voltron related I could find, which is kind of a bummer. But they had like Death Note, they had Attack on Titan, they had Baki,
Oh.
they had a ton of like it's amazing how much engagement. They had lightsabers. We got lightsabers.
Was Mark Hamill there signing autographs?
No, but the guy
Was George
what's his name,
Takei
sir?
there?
No, close. The guy Ron Perlman, who
the
was
hell's
in
Ron
Dead Boy.
Perlman? I don't know that. I don't know who
What
that
was it?
is.
He's at the devil. What was it called? Hellboy.
Hellboy. Okay.
Hellboy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was
Did
there.
you meet him?
Yeah. No, line was.
The line
that's
was
not- that's not-
ridiculous for Hellboy.
Yeah. There's no. Apparently, there's no VIP pass at Disney World. It doesn't exist.
Mm.
At Comic-Con. But the other thing was that like I'm deeply insecure. And for once in my life, I knew I was
You
a
found
coolest
your
person
people,
in the
huh?
room.
You're Batman.
I was the coolest person in
yeah,
the room.
right. Exactly. That's where you feel. Right.
Yeah.
This is exactly right. Yeah.
It was kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And then so that was cool to do that.
Can
And
I ask
then,
this? What was a ticket to get into Comic Con?
Oh, I don't even know.
Oh, they did it. They
Definitely
bought your
got it.
ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So then like that was cool with a cool experience. And then the next time I see them, their car won't start. And not only that, the car won't go off. And I'm like, your battery's going to die.
Yes.
I'm like, you need to unhook the battery. They're like, we know how to do that, blah, blah, blah. And like
Did you say stand
like,
aside? It's Batman.
I said, it was like, this is like you and with your daughter with the
Yeah.
thermostat. I'm like, let me come over there. So I got my toolbox. I haven't opened this fucking toolbox in
I can't
18
believe
years.
you have a toolbox. To be honest with you.
I have a toolbox, So like I might.
And what's in there? Just like hair gel and combs?
No pliers, wrenches,
Wow. Real
Phillips,
tools.
flathead, all these things.
Fisher Price or
Right.
like Ryobi?
Like Allen wrench,
Okay.
a mallet, a
Yeah.
level.
Wow, all right.
All things
like-
you need for a car. Yeah.
By the way, not for nothing. If we'd like a home improvement thing or whatever, putting shit up, like I can compete with any of you idiots. Okay, to be
Well,
very
you've
clear.
got no competition.
Oh,
for
I
me.
can put together
So-
anything. I'm good at that.
I will level the fuck out of
I'm good
anything.
at that. I'm good at that.
Yeah. So I go over there and I'm carrying a toolbox. I'm like, this is crazy, right? I feel like so I show up and I of course like fix the problem.
Did you put the cape on before you went over? You should have put the cape on.
I did not put
Oh,
the
that would've
cape on.
been great.
But I will say, I realized something because I know it's still early and we'll see where it goes. And they're quite lovely. And
No, this is still a thing.
It's still a thing. They're just some seen them.
Have we crossed the border at all? Have we gotten intimate at all? Have we kissed?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but it's very like it's a very there's certain rules of engagement, as I mentioned earlier. Like one of them is that we can't have any intimacy unless both of them are in the room together.
And did you have your lawyer look over this contract?
I'm
Well,
sure
this is
that's
the
probably
thing.
how it works, right? If you're a throuple, the two pairing off probably hurts the other person's feeling, right? Not that I am aware.
It probably
but
does.
So if I was always like, I'm not a whole man. I'm like half a
You're a
man.
minotaur. We established that a couple episodes
Minotaur.
ago.
Like,
You're a minotaur.
What am I going to do? I can't barely I can't handle one woman.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they
Yeah,
have
deal.
each other. They're feeling it.
Bingo.
Oh,
Bingo.
I see.
Oh, I
so
see
that
what you're
is.
saying. I see what you're saying. It's a loophole.
I'm like-
it's a loophole.
It's a loophole. They
relationship loophole.
emotionally support each other.
You don't
Yeah.
even need. So it's never a situation where like, why haven't you called me?
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's
Yes.
it. So you don't have to be twice the man. You have to be
Half
half
the
the man.
Yes. Yes.
I will say.
I never thought about that.
I will say this though. I will say this. On paper, I think it looks that way, but I'm going to bet you it doesn't continue that way because I've watched a lot of Sister Wives, and that was the whole sell there too.
Well, hold on a
That
second.
was
Very
the sell
different.
of having
Very
multiple
different.
Wives.
It's all going to end
Very-
up in.
No, it's very different. Very different. You're putting together people. They're already together.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's
They're
very
already into it.
different.
They're
It's
so
very
into
different.
each other. They're so into each other.
It's going to end up in hurt feelings. Trust me.
Something's going to happen. There's going to be a jealousy. There's going to be a jealousy thing. Yeah.
Well, I don't know because the one is more like tomboyish,
Yeah.
right? And so she is more so into. I feel like there's a little bit less, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Who knows? It is.
So-
It is a
Let me ask you this: how many times have you seen them? Have you gone to dates with them?
4 times. This is the fifth. To be the fifth time will be tonight.
Are you going
today.
out with them tonight?
Yeah.
Are you going to dinner?
We're gonna do. Yeah, so we had dinner here at my place, and like one cooked, Giggles cooked, and the other one just was
Whoa,
watching like
stop,
was it
stop,
playing video
time out.
games.
Her name is Giggles.
I call her
Okay.
Giggles because she laughs. at
All
me.
right, that's better than her birth name being Giggles. Let me ask you this: have you gone on a conventional date with them?
The dinner, yes.
Okay, who picked up that check?
I did.
Okay,
Are
that's
you
what I'm
nuts?
wondering. That's all. I'm just
Listen,
asking
you know,
some
you-
questions.
Are you?
Do
Who are you
do you know
talking
why?
to?
Wait,
right
wait, hold on,
Just
hold on.
ask
Do you know why there's male and there's female? You know what? Do you know why they're called females?
No.
Fee, F-E-E, because you pay.
Is
All
that?
right, send
No.
your emails care of Omar to friends@FTS.
By the way, hold on a second. Hold on. For the record, I heard that on Instagram. It popped in my head right now.
Okay.
It's
All right.
ridiculous. But no, of course I am. Listen, this is the role that I have. Look, by the way, I met at the gala yesterday. I met like the top investigative reporter of Puerto Rico, this woman.
Yeah,
And she's beautiful. It's just too much for me. She's too intimidating.
I got
I
it.
don't,
I got it.
I don't-
All right.
I don't listen. I'd rather be the person. Generosity. Look, my love language, right, is generosity and insults.
Yes,
Well,
that's
Yeah, that's correct. That's why you're on the show.
no argument there.
Yeah.
Well, generosity and ridicule. I think that's probably nicer to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean? So look, I don't know where it's gonna go. Like it's still like whatever, but it is.
Well,
It's a.
You got to keep us informed.
I only-
You got to keep.
I only
Yes,
text them.
sure.
I
Yeah.
only text them together.
Oh, okay. So this is you're
Yeah.
never going to go one-on-one anymore. It's over. It's
Well, no, but they want me to.
okay. This is getting. It's
They
getting.
want to have like different like things.
Yeah, but that's when the jealousy kicks in, my friend.
Yeah. You're.
Keep it 2-on-1, or the jealousy will kick in. It's going to be a problem.
Look,
and then you're
I'm
going
not
to
a-
be working double the man, not half the man.
I'm not a throuple guy. I'm not a couple guy. I'm barely a guy.
Yourself,
You know what I
get
mean?
yourself a velvet tracksuit and let's settle into this.
I have been exploring tracksuits recently,
know
but
you
these
have.
are uncorrelated.
All right, Dave.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll keep us informed on that one.
Take us,
I'm going to be a little quick on mine, but I had something happen this week that I don't know if we've talked about before, but I'll explain it this way. So I'm the kind of person that I guess there's two kinds of people. If I have a meeting and something funny happens, I will want to email or chat at someone
To tell them.
that's in the meeting about something that happened,
Sure.
or and laugh about it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Sometimes after me, I might email someone like, "Can you believe that happened?" or whatever. But when you do that, you always run the risk that you send the email to the wrong person, right?
Well,
that
if you're not careful.
or any kind of thing. If you send snarky, you send it to the wrong person. That's a problem. And I'm sure we've all had situations where you thought the phone hung up, or you sent it to the wrong person, what have you.
Yep, for sure.
And I've noticed my snarkiness is going up in terms of things that are going on. Like, I just feel like I'm doing that, and my carelessness is also going up. I was forwarding their Forbes mention for the podcast to somebody, and I sent it to my lawyer instead. And like much later, he's like, "Did you want me to see this?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to send it to you."
Yeah.
So that was the first one, but this one happened.
That's innocuous, at least. That doesn't.
Yeah, was no
there's
pain
nothing
for
wrong
that
there.
one. Yeah. But this one, I had a meeting, and the meeting was, I'll just say it was a weird meeting. I won't get into specifics, but it was a strange meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my colleagues was on that call. And so as soon as it was done, I chatted at my colleague when the call was over. I chatted, "No one should see how the sausage is made," is what I typed.
Okay.
Because and the idea that, it's hard to, I don't want to get into the explanation of what, but that was what I
Yes.
And I looked down, I looked back up, and I realized that I'm on a finance leadership team.
Yeah.
That has kind of the heads of different areas of finance.
And they were on it.
I sent it to that group. Yeah, that was the group I chatted. I just randomly sent a message that said,
But they don't know what context that is, though.
They don't.
Okay.
But some of the people on that group was on this call. So some of them might have then seen that I said, one should never see how the sausage is made. So I first, what would you do? What would be your solution?
You have to play it off.
Is my first question.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did.
This is an easy one because it's a text, right? It's an instant message. You have an easy out. You just write, "Oops, sorry, wrong chain. I apologize. Sent this to the wrong chain." And then
I was talking. Right. I was talking to my butcher.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I was texting my butcher to stop sending me YouTube videos about how sausage is made. Like, I don't care. Just want to buy the sausage. It's actually great. That's a great. There's your out right there. Yeah. Sorry.
This is
my butcher. That would have been a great line. Yeah. You have an. Can I tell you one that wasn't reversed? We took a family vacation, and I suffer from migraines, right? So I have my neurologist has prescribed me this medicine that I have to keep on my person in case I get a migraine, and it's a miracle pill, because it knocks it out, and otherwise I'm in a bad way, right? And I realized we had driven 12 hours to this destination. I didn't have it on me. I forgot it. And I'm like, my wife's like, "You got to call and get it, because if you get one of these, it's game over. I mean, it's awful." So I called my neurologist and said, "Hey, can you, I'm so sorry to bother you on a Saturday, but I'm in this different state, and can you just put in, a prescription to the local pharmacy here?" And then I realized I called the wrong doctor, and I bothered the wrong dude on Saturday. And he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh,
I don't do that medicine. I'm like, "Oh my God." And there's no coming back from that. I just would, it's just sorry, and you hang up and you just crawl back into your shell. But yours.
So you called the wrong.
I called him. I called the doctor on the emergency line to get to him on a Saturday, and he was pissed. Anyway, he was an asshole. Anyway, I switched him anyway. But yours was fixable. What did you do? Did you do that?
So I did. I sent a message said, "Whoops, wrong group."
There you go.
But then I realized, like, the people who were on that call knew I sent it right after the call, so it's kind of hard to.
But you could always play it off that it didn't involve them. But it wasn't what you think.
Then I realized there are like these three little button dots.
Yeah.
I clicked on that, and it's like delete chat. So then I also deleted it. So now what's on the chat history is sender deleted this message. It's on there.
It says that now.
I don't think the sausage comment isn't on there anymore. It just says whatever it was.
Right.
It's supposed
like,
to
oh boy, he really panicked and deleted the whole thing.
So something's been covered up. That's right. God. That's out there.
That's funny.
And I did know. I did notice that, like, if someone sees a chat, like their little picture will kind of come up next to the
Yes.
message that shows. And I'm pretty sure our HR person who wasn't on the call popped up and she saw it and then it's gone. So I'm wondering if I'm going to like, hey, you sent this weird sausage message. Like, what was that all about? And my out is I do have a good story that what I meant was I was talking about something else. So I do kind
That's
of
all
have
you
a
have
good
to do.
backstory,
I mean,
but-
look, what you said is just a phrase. Everyone uses sausage is made. That's a common phrase. If you had said something specific to a person or yes, then you're in trouble.
I won't do that. I think because I'm so afraid of this happening, like to say something specific it's got to be general enough. It's that you have plausible deniability, and I think I'm okay.
So in a job I had, one of my first jobs, there was a group email that went out, and the client was on the email and a bunch of people in my company. And then it was a series of emails between all of us trying to figure out what this person was talking about. And then the one person replied back, goes, "Boy, she's a big pain in the ass," and she was on it. And it had to issue a huge apology. It was hilarious, but it was like,
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse, Dave.
right.
I remember one of our friends.
That's correct.
Did one of those and use the C word, talking about another girl to like.
Oh boy, yeah, that's
See,
another
you
level.
know, you can't.
Yeah.
Why would you say that in the first place? I did. I was on a. I think I responded to an email where I was speaking somewhere and they said, and someone asked, "What do you want? What should the room be like?" And I said, "Well, for a big shot like me, like I want this, but I thought I was sending it to a friend
Right.
that was asking. Not, and it was the whole group was CC'd, and so it was." And I'd be like, I was joking, like this is So I've had a few.
I don't think I've done, surprisingly, which for me you think I would have by now.
I definitely
pulled
think
one
you
of those
would have.
acts.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. That happened
So-
with us internally over something really crazy, which is caused the. But yeah, I haven't done that.
Good for you. Yeah. It's
all too
cautionary
it's
tale
all too
here.
common though. It
is,
happens.
Yeah.
But yours at
And I
least
love
yours
it.
at least was so ambiguous a statement that you could play it off.
Yeah. I did have a boss at my former job who forwarded an email to the entire staff, but didn't realize he had linked all the emails that he had put in his delete box. Somehow he had linked it. And so his message was there, but right below it was a really offensive joke that went to the entire staff.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was a joke that a friend forwarded him that he then deleted.
course.
But it was the worst joke.
Yeah,
Like it's very, very gross. And so we all saw it, and man, we all had a field day with that one. So
Oh my God.
yeah, good times.
Listen, train wrecks, they're wonderful as long as you're not on the bad end of it.
That's
enjoy
right.
them.
That's right. Let's anything for the good of the cause here at the end here, Omar. You definitely be careful out there with your throuple.
Yeah, I would stay 2-on-1, not 1-on-1. You're going to run into problems.
Just weird advice to give, but
Yeah, it is weird advice, but
I think that it's very early on, and but it's been a fun, interesting journey.
okay. All right.
All right. Well,
Keep us posted.
touch.
Keep us posted,
Yeah.
please.
You have podcast information. Then you have personally, like, you can give us all the great stories too. Anyway, we'd love to hear from you all. friends@fts.media is our email address. Our website, friendstalkingshop.weebly.com. And check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Lots of great stuff out there. Subscribe and follow us. And until next time, we'll do 106. See you, everybody.
See ya.
Stay classy, San Diego.
All right.